Hi, I'm here with Branimir Angelov. My name's Adrian Wright. Brani is an enterprise architect, and we're here to talk a little bit about the governance and security aspects of running a proof of concept using AI. We have been positioning the AI within workflow, but it could be within an application as well. We want to talk about the governance security because whenever I have a conversation about AI, this topic always comes up. So I'd really like to put a boundary around it. Brani, I'm running a POC. I'm a project manager or business unit, business owner. I've got concerns over using AI within my workflow from a governance perspective, security perspective. Can you just walk me through what's going on in your mind and what aspects you're looking at to protect the business, protect the security, and make sure that we are compliant?
Yes, that's a very very good challenge and very big challenge in many of the more, let's say, industries that require higher level of compliance. But thanks to the adoption of cloud technologies, both public, hybrid, and private cloud technologies, this actually gives a completely different perspective on actually what you can do nowadays when it comes to running a POC. So in that sense, if your IT governance model is based on public-private cloud, or you're using some sort of a specialized platform as a service under your IT governance, this is actually the best place to start. Because in order to run AI-based POC, you need some degree of ML operations into your POC scope. And ideally, if you can select basically a managed ML operations type of technology, that is within your current IT governance model. This is something that is going to help and accelerate the POC development. And thanks to the wide adoption of AI nowadays, many of the public cloud providers have these capabilities. Many of the platform as a service providers have these capabilities there in a different level of different degree of configurability. And also thanks to the growing open source ecosystem, you can bring these the required tools under your, for example, private cloud governance to get the ML operations capabilities within your area. And then when it's under your IT governance, you can easily basically make a sandbox where you partition your data and have and meet your compliance and regulatory standards.
Okay, so in the business case that I put forward, let's say for funding of an AI, let's say integrating into my workflow and maybe taking one or two tasks and improving them, and therefore lowering costs or improving my competitiveness in the market. I think there should always be in that business case a section on security, because as the business looks at AI, they're concerned about their own IP. They're concerned, and that IP could be in that workflow process. They could feel that would be their competitive part, and obviously the data as well. How do you reassure the business and I suppose the architects and the project managers within that business case that we can keep that private?
Okay, that's a very good point, because you need to actually really address those points in the POC level. Because ideally, although your POC might be a throwaway POC, in the end you want to have a clean road to production as outcome of your POC. So that's vital to address those challenges in the POC stage. And here, your suggestion of how you can divide the two problems actually is very good, because when it comes to intellectual property, here it's very important to select the right managed MLOps platform that makes sure that any model that you are actually developing as part of the POC, either it's through fine-tuning or through custom model training, to make sure that the provider has no IP or license restrictions on the end result. So to make sure that this model is entirely yours and the data that you feed in is not used to any training purposes to any third parties.
Yes.
And then when it comes to your data governance, in terms of the protection and the data protection of the actual data that goes into the model in terms not only training but also in terms of inference. Here it's very important the fact to even the POC to align it with your IT governance policy. What this means in practical terms, like for example, if you use a public cloud provider, if you're looking into the actual managed MLOps capability of this cloud provider, you need to make sure that those can fit into your cloud landing zone in terms of that you have the required network protection, to have the required encryption, to have the required access control standards that are per your IT governance policy. So although the POC is something that you run in a sandbox environment, it's important this sandbox environment to stay close to your IT governance model.
Yes, got it. So within our POC team, and we will talk about roles in a separate video, but you would have a strong security component to make sure that the customer is protected in that way. Thank you very much, Branny.
Thank you.